and the players, and of course there is a gap today, between the two teams in terms of quality, but they fought well.
Absolutely, and of course it was a former Palace player and substitute today, Ruben Loftus who made it 1-0. Lovely, crisp strike from him.
It's sometimes that kind of game, it's you wait for a set piece or something like this, or a mistake, and you can see Mitchell from the start, he was great, from the beginning, but lost the ball. Then of course, in the last third, you're close to the goal and it goes really quick. There is a first deflection, another one deflection, but it was a rocket under the bar. So and I'm glad, for Ruben, because he's a great player as well in the midfield.
Yeah. He's really given Tuchel something to think about in these big games.
He has, I really like him. Let's not think, he wasn't too far away when he was with England in the semi-final of the Euro. So I really do like him. I think he's coming of age. Sometimes you need a manager what just helps you. He was out on loan last season. Didn't quite happen for him at Fulham, but now you're seeing the quality of him. He's starting to get his belief back. About the youngster there, Mitchell, who's just got into the England squad. You just got to learn. It's not very easy. Everyone was going up to him at the end and just putting their arm around him. It's not a nice situation for him, but he's got a massive, bright future, and this will make him stronger. Just got caught out in possession. What you're looking at, the higher you go, when you get to your Chelseas, your Liverpools, your City, it's a little mistake, a little smallest thing, just getting caught out in defence, and all of a sudden then you're paying the price for it. So you have to learn, and it'll be a bit of it'll be a harsh lesson for him. But either way, what a fantastic goal! And when it fell to him and hit him on the volley, it was wonderful, even though it was a slight deflection.
Yeah, 90 minutes. It's a game of small margins, isn't it? And of course, Mason Mount currently on fire at the moment. Since that haircut, by the way, since the haircut. 4 in his last 3 and 2 assists. He's currently on 12 goals in all comps. Best return in his English football career. But Werner as well with the build-up play. It's been superb today.
Confidence. He's took a little bit of time with him. He's scoring goals. His all-round game is starting to look good. The crowd are behind him and they work it really well. But as I said at the start of the game, I watched this boy Mount, and it looks easy for him, and that's always a sign of a quality player. They glide around the pitch, and when he comes in situations like this, it was a little bit the same as the goal he scored at Real Madrid. It was an instinct straight away, the way he opens his body up, and he knows what he's doing. And not only is that good for Chelsea, it's good for England, and maybe like a Frank Lampardy type, because there's a lot of goals coming from him as well, and obviously his creativity in midfield as well.
Palace did have the opportunity twice to make this a more interesting affair, but couldn't quite get the goal in the back of the net. This one at 0-0. The header, Kouyaté. And there was the real chance that Joachim Andersen will be replaying back in his mind when he goes to bed tonight. Probably for some time. What's he done wrong there?
He's your centre half. That's what he does. Heading. He'll think about that for a long time. He's just got to put it in, and he gets underneath it. He probably thinks to himself, relaxes. If anything, you've got to keep your eye on the ball, and you've got to guide it into the net. And he just gets it horribly wrong. They needed something just to get a grip, get into the game somehow or other, and it just never fell for them.
And Lukaku as well had a really big chance. What is going wrong for Romelu Lukaku, especially at Wembley? He just cannot get the ball in the back of the net, but he should have scored this one, Didier.
Yes, of course, because we know his quality is just that season he cannot connect or link well, with the other players, and of course, he's been on the bench so much time. Now that sometimes the confidence is not there, of course, and something that you would have put all the way, just put it on the post, and it's his right foot as well. But that's a bit difficult for him.
What should they do with Lukaku now for the rest of the season? You just mentioned it, confidence. I mean, they're secure, Chelsea, in the league. They're pretty much wrapped up third. What do you do with a problem like Romelu Lukaku?
It's not only confidence, it's the way he plays with his partner, the way he's connecting with them. It seems sometimes he's not in the same rhythm, it's not in the same tempo. The way Mount is playing, the way Havertz is playing, and he's quite a target man. He wants to be direct sometimes, and he wants the ball in the depths, but they want to play, and they want him to drop. So there is a gap between how Romelu is playing and the way Chelsea is playing at some point, and I was feeling really sorry for him, but yeah, that's the way it is. Havertz has taken the place now. I think he's really good.
Do you think a traditional centre forward is difficult? He's like a traditional centre forward. You look at Liverpool; they don't really have someone who's your typical number 9. Does that not work? Have you got it? Does it not work so much anymore?
No, it works a lot. You know, it's the way Chelsea is playing.
Because
you
of
know,
the interaction.
When you see him, when you see Chelsea trying to advance with him, there is a lot of problems. And I've seen some, chances where he has to drop just to link the play, just to connect, just to build up, and he's going forward, and the contrary sometimes. So it's really difficult for him, the way they're playing. He seems lost sometimes. So it's not only a matter of confidence now; it's a matter of the culture, the philosophy of Chelsea, how they're playing at the moment, and that's why it's difficult. When you see Havertz, there's no problem. He goes all around the pitch. He knows exactly what to do at the right time, at the right moment with his technique. He's there in the box. He's obviously Lukaku is better than him in the box, but it's the way they play with each other. It's not right at the moment.
Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta said his team paid for their profligacy in the final third in their loss to Southampton on Saturday, and expressed concerns about their recent slump in form after they fell to a third straight Premier League defeat. Jan Bednarek's first-half goal proved enough for Southampton to secure a victory at home as goalkeeper Fraser Forster helped them see out a 1-0 win despite Arsenal dominating possession and having 23 shots at goal. It's a real worry. We've lost games in different ways. To lose the way we did today is difficult to explain. If you saw the game, you'd say Arsenal had won comfortably. It's a really difficult one to take, Arteta told reporters. We performed but didn't get a result. We need both. You have to put the ball in the net. You have to make the decisive moments count to win football matches, and at the moment we're not doing that. Forster was incredible, the saves that he made today. It was a defining moment. That's why I say the box has decided the game today. You could see the game was one-way traffic. Southampton capitalized on a defensive error to take the lead, and Arsenal, having failed to take advantage of early chances, were lackluster in attack until late in the second half when Forster's saves kept them at bay. Having also lost to Crystal Palace and Brighton and Hove Albion, Arsenal have slipped to 6th in the standings with 54 points, level with Manchester United and 3 behind North London rivals Tottenham Hotspur. The way we controlled the game makes it difficult to understand how we lost, Arteta said. The way we defended for the goal wasn't good enough. We didn't hit the target many times, and the end product was not as good as it can be. We conceded a very sloppy goal from a set piece. When you have the amount of situations we created, you need to score 3 or 4. The players are really down today, and they are down because they cannot find the right answers apart from what we can do better around the box. That's the frustrating part.